If you're finding yourself overwhelmed, instead of asking, what should I be doing? The first thing you want to ask yourself is, what should you stop doing? Because marketing, what people don't realize is that the firms and advisors that are doing the best work out there are actually doing fewer things better. And so if you're just feeling that sense of overwhelm, I would start to looking at how can I start to like narrow my focus a little bit to where I feel like, okay, this is a challenging but achievable. Because I'd rather see you do a few things well than many things mediocre. And the next thing I would kind of start to look at from a strategic perspective, especially if you're working in an umbrella like that where you've got a handful of voices, but this also is a solo advisor advice as well, which is kind of like, what are the platforms that you really want to leverage for your marketing channels? And so, for example, if you're good at writing or you're willing to get good at writing, you're going to be looking at platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, SEO. Also, people who are willing to, hire people like you. You're great at writing and content and SEO. So you don't even have to be great at it. You just have to decide like, where do I want to win? If you're really good at speaking, you can look at platforms like podcasting, YouTube, public in-person events, and really just start to understand like, where do I have a competitive advantage? Because I'm already a good writer or a decent writer or a decent speaker, or I'm comfortable on video. Like you've really got to, because I see a lot of people go after platforms, they are just on the wrong platform. And we're all going to suck when we start. But if you can start somewhere that you already natively hang out, or you already kind of feel like it's focusing in on the skill that you have, that's a great place to really begin. And then I would start to really outline a simple game plan for whatever channels you're choosing. So for example, let's say you were going to go after LinkedIn, and then you determine like, what is my content posting schedule? What are the key metrics that I want to track? And like, I mean, literally just keep it ultra simple, and also think about like, how consistent do you want to be? I think consistency is wildly under talked about in great marketing, because consistency is where we find enough information and data to make true strategic decisions. But most people are kind of throwing noodles at the wall everywhere. So I'd rather see you on few platforms more consistently and higher quality. And most people that are stressed out are just trying to do so many things at once. And then when you start to look at working with creatives or visionaries, it sounds like if you're in a firm where you're kind of pulling a bunch of brands together, you're probably hired because they want you to execute.